Jones, who's in her 6th season of college basketball. She played 3 years at Oklahoma State and then 3 years now at Texas.
That stat comparison is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Philia, a lot of time to shoot that. Couldn't knock it down. You mentioned Taylor Jones being in her 6th year. Still asks a ton of questions, though. So inquisitive, very studious.
And Texas still without a 3 after that miss. 0 for 6.
Yeah, like you said, maybe one question mark. Can they get that shot rolling in non-conference play?
Yeah, because when you face a team with size like South Carolina, LSU, there's one for Layla Philia. Those teams are watching this tape. 0 for 6 from 3. They're going to have the size to match up. They're going to try and be pushing the bigs out. They're going to be boxing out. At some point, you have to have a little bit more balance in a game that's going to be tighter than this one.
Kyla Oldacre back in the game now for Texas. Angelina Smith comes in for DePaul in place of Summer Lee. Layla Philia, Cincinnati native, has family in the stands today coming over to Chicago for this one. Nice bucket on the last possession, but there's a foul away from the ball here that's going to give it back to DePaul. They get Oldacre on her 3rd. The backcourt pressure does not let up for Texas when he gets to the 4th quarter. Allen had a good idea to get it to her partner in crime in Newman, but we get a whistle before that. You mentioned Texas moving over to the SEC. Teams that they'll be playing this year, they got South Carolina on January 12th. This is going to be a tough stretch, but they're one of the best teams in the conference.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. South Carolina is still #1 in the AP ranking without Camila Cardoso on the inside, maybe a bit more human. I cannot wait to see those two teams go at it.
We will step aside here in Chicago. I'll be right back from Wintrust Arena. Chicago 71-41 with 8.5 to go in this 4th quarter. The Vic Schaefer's huddle there, still coaching away for this Texas group. Got 2-0 on the season, trying to get to 3-0. So you see Madison Booker there, multi-talented, relatively quiet night today. Not only can she do it on the floor, though, averaged 16 a game last year. She is so talented off the floor. She loves Legos, wants to potentially go into robotics. This is what she built on the plane ride here. Still has half of the project to go. That was just one of the cars she's building. She also built this tight plane, which is incredible. Look at the piece of paper.
That's built out of Legos?
It's built out of Legos, kid. I didn't believe it either when I first saw it. Incredible stuff. Very detailed mindset. Told me after basketball wants to do something either in the robotics field or in artificial intelligence. Just
I mean,
really
that's
smart.
if every WNBA team is trying to draft her. But hey, I like the versatility because as it stands now, the WNBA is a very short season, 4 or 5 months. She could be like working for Google in the off season.
I just learned, I believe the Lego headquarters are in Denmark. So who knows? Great future ahead regardless for Madison Booker. Long 3 goes down. These DePaul fans like that for Ellery Minch, the freshman from Indiana.
These are important minutes for this group on the floor for Texas right now. Kind of their second unit. This was a group that Coach Schaefer had some frustrations with today in shoot around. So he wants this group to come along because it's a really deep team. He wants them to get better at playing together with the starters. That's another talented freshman, Justice Carlton.
Brianna Preston just went down. There's some contact in the backcourt, and I believe Texas might get the ball back here. Like you said, Justice Carlton, really talented freshman as well. Part of that class, ranked 5th in the country. Brianna Preston, a part of that class. Jordan Lee. Right on cue. Here's Lee. Opens herself up. Couldn't hit. Oldacre battling for another Texas O board. And she goes down.
It has been really fun to watch Kyla Oldacre today. I mean, just giving it her all anytime she's on the floor. Unfortunately, there she got whistled for a foul or a turnover?
Yeah, they gave her a foul, so fourth.
Okay. But the effort is incredible for her. A 6'6" post player, getting on the floor, going after every single rebound that goes up.
Oldacre transferred from Miami.
Where again, she only was averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds a game. I'd like to know how they used her or didn't use her. Vic Schaefer has certainly found a good way to use her off the bench. Put up big numbers.
21 and 14 in the season opener. Former McDonald's All-American. Eight to shoot, down to Allen. Fearless going up against Oldacre there.
That was close. Yeah, that was close. I was like, oh boy, this is going to end well for Allen.
But
she snuck it in there.
Yeah. Ophelia, catch and shoot, able to knock it down. You and I called some of her games in Michigan. She can make an instant impact anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, she was a big-time scorer there. First team All Big Ten. She has not been healthy. Wow. How about the freshman Minch off the bench? Instant offense, a couple of triples. But Ophelia hasn't been totally healthy. Vic Schaefer said, you know, they're still trying to work her in. She's getting better by the day, by the week. So that is quite a weapon to have coming off the bench, or if she ever moves into the starting lineup. There she is again. Right
on cue, starting to find a groove. For DePaul, Minch with a couple of threes. Those are her first buckets of the season.
She has more threes than Texas.
Right.
Texas has 0. She has 2.
There she is again, freshman from Indiana.
She thought about it.
She did. Potential heat check off there. Let's look at those threes again.
Ellery Minch didn't see the floor until just a couple minutes ago. She is a 6'3" freshman wing who maybe they'll put her in a little earlier next game because she's knocked down 2 big threes right away.
And that was one thing for DePaul without Allie Tim today. Another freshman who's gotten off to a hot start from 3. Where would the shooting consistently come from? They've been able to hit their fair share of threes today. Step back. Oh. This is a long 3. Shot clock is going down. 5:53 to go in the 4th. Texas approaching win number 3 on the season.
Vic Schaefer said, we are on the road a lot in the non-conference. He said they have a hard time getting opponents that will agree to come down to Austin. So they're on the road a fair amount.
They played Notre Dame in South Bend in the SEC ACC Challenge. As you see Justice Carlson get the bucket there.
That'll be a fun one. The guard play in that game, Olivia Miles back, Rory Harmon back, and then of course Booker and Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Wow.
They also play Maryland in Newark on Fox on January 20th.
I just had that Maryland team. That's a team that could maybe be Final 4, Elite 8, and just display another display of the physicality we've seen in this game.
That first matchup against South Carolina for Texas is January 12th in Columbia. That'll be one to watch. Preston turns the corner. Nice shovel pass to Oldacre.
Sorry, Preston was so quick there. I caught off your call. Preston is lightning quick. Another one of those 3 freshmen, top 5 class in the country.
And call her breezy because she can breeze right by you. Nice footwork in the lane from Allen to draw a foul. Seconds called on Carlton. Jackalingam Wenentanda checks back in for Texas. Again, for DePaul, their current interim head coach is Jill Pizzotti, who is in her 11th year as an assistant coach, 14th overall on the staff. Sending our best to Coach Bruno. We know he's tuning in, and Coach Jill told us she's going to call him right after the game. They talk on a daily basis. Coach Bruno currently out taking a medical leave of absence.
I wonder how many pages of notes he has.
Yeah. Jill
He's
Pizzotti
very
knows,
studious coach.
and she knows it. I mean, she went to his camps growing up when she was in 8th grade in the suburbs.
That's what Madison Booker does. She's had a tougher shooting night, just 3 of 9, but usually she is automatic from that spot.
She told us her dad used to tell her the lost art of basketball is the mid-range game. Saw it on display there. Gets the rebound here. She can snatch it and go. Wenentanda running with her. Carlton trailing the play. Booker dishes down low to Carlton, who whips it back out. Booker likes to step out. Couldn't hit.
That's maybe the next phase of her game, right? She's got the mid-range down. She's got size. She can take it inside. Can she develop that three-point shot?
Yeah.
What we know is true is...
It's been the only spot where you wonder if they can get that going soon in non-conference play, with Tarleton State coming up next. But a 35-point lead with 3:40 to go. Taylor Johnson Matthews went down hard there. DePaul in the bonus.
It's been a joy to watch this young woman hoop today. Kyla Oldacre, just a magnet for rebounds on the offensive glass. She is up to 9 points, or she was up to, she just fouled out. 9 points and 7 rebounds. She's a really intriguing player off the bench for Vic Schaefer.
Her and Felia really were players that, you know, could have been starting for their, you could say, their previous teams, now coming over here and providing depth. Jordana Codio in the game for Texas now as well. This will go back the other way. See the 2 very key transfers for this Texas team.
Yeah, both have had solid contributions tonight, as we mentioned. Felia, big-time scorer at Michigan. I think still getting acclimated and healthy to this new system.
Yep, both are Ohio natives. Here's Felia pushing the other way. It's the drop back from Booker with under 3 to go. So patient in the paint, Layla Felia.
She really likes to put the ball on the floor and get downhill. Those have been most of her shot attempts tonight.
You mentioned she's not fully healthy yet. Has about 75% of her vision in one of the eyes, where she had a detached retina over the summertime, a genetic problem that she wasn't really expecting. All of a sudden had to go into emergency surgery in July. Was really scary. Had the patch over her eye, working her way back. Again, has about 75% vision in the eye with the detached retina. Tried to go with the goggles for a little bit, wasn't really feeling that. Has contacts in right now, but she told me that vision will come back fully over the next couple of months. Really great person off the floor as well. So fun to catching up with her. And in a new uniform now after some great years in Ann Arbor, as Jory Allen gets the bucket to go.
Allen now up to 21 points. She has been a scoring machine to start the season. She was at about 19 a game coming into this one.
There's the mid-range shot going down from Booker again.
It's just so smooth. She could stop on a dime. She elevates at 6'1". She normally has a smaller guard, and make it 23 for Jory Allen. She's a machine.
keeping up these numbers that she's been putting up through the first now 3-4 games of the year. Came in today at 19 a game. Like you said, if they can get Kate Clark back for some more secondary scoring, this DePaul team could surprise some people, but ran into a front court for Texas today that was absolutely relentless. And now Madison Booker starting to find a rhythm late stages. Sarah Graves at the scores table getting set to check in for Texas. Graves checks in. Keller, Texas native. Booker will check out, likely for the final time in this game. Jory Allen checks out as well, likely for the final time. Career high 23. On 6 of 17 shooting today for Allen. Now Taylor Johnson Matthews will go to the line.
Now I think the question for DePaul, you obviously have Allen producing at a high rate. You hope you get some of those players back with experience, Kate Clark, but kind of who else is going to step up as a consistent scorer? You've got some good transfers in, one of them at the line right now in Johnson Matthews, but they need a couple of people to emerge as consistent scorers outside of Allen.
Some of the players out on the sideline there. See Allie Tim, Kate Clark, mentioned their freshman Elena West, who could be big when she starts to get rolling and healthy. Maeve Mackerlane as well for DePaul. Ophelia squeaks her way in, but a travel called. Texas will head back to Austin 3-0. This group defensively for Texas, doesn't matter who's on the floor. It's like one cohesive mentality that they trained on those Monday, Wednesday, Fridays on the track in the summer, 3 days a week at 6 a.m. The discipline that Coach Schaefer is trying to instill in his team, you can see it as Grace Karstensen knocks down the three. Almost all of her field goal attempts this year have come from deep. She could be an excellent sharpshooter in Big East play for DePaul. They'll try to regroup and reset, get healthy. Again, a DePaul team that still has plenty of potential moving forward. But the Longhorns, number 4 in the nation, come in here and come out on top. Two great coaches there, and Jill Pizzotti and Vic Schaefer. (91-61) the final. This Texas team, again, just a glimpse of what they could be this year. Their goal is a national title and nothing less. Kim, always a blast, my friends. Texas wraps it up. DePaul, again, will try to reset. Our outstanding crew in the truck. You guys were phenomenal as well. Producer Carol Langley, awesome job, guys. And everyone here in Chicago, I'm Jason Ross Jr.